Okay, this is my Char-Broil performance grill. It's actually a very nice grill. However, we made brats last night, and I want to show you what happened. We burnt the brats, and we're like, the hell's wrong with this grill? And then we noticed that the flame tamers don't seem to fit anymore. So I'll just take this one out too. And so as you can see, they've all kind of fallen down inside the grill. So you'd think, oh, okay, super easy fix. I'm just gonna grab one of these, put it back up on the shelf, right? Let's just do a couple of them. No problem, right? But if you look close, they're now too short. They don't actually go into these holes anymore. And so at first I was like, all right, well, I'll go buy some new ones, but they're not in that bad a shape. They're just covered in grease and they've been burned a few times, obviously, but why don't they fit? Well, if I look real close, and if we look at this edge, you'll see this piece of metal right here. See this bend right here? Well, as you go towards the middle of the grill, it actually gets closer and closer to, I guess, where the dials are. So this piece of metal has actually bent inward or bowed, and the reason why that happened is heat expansion. So we were cooking probably something, and we were probably warming up the grill, and it got super hot, and this piece of metal expanded and actually bent inward in the middle. You can see these flame tamers, they won't go in the holes anymore. So and if I try and slide it into the hole, it now falls out on that side. So all that said, the solution to this problem is not new flame tamers, because they're going to be the same size. The problem is this piece of metal has warped inward or outward, I guess I should say, because of probably excessive heat. So I'm going to try and fix that right now. So I'm just going to remove all these flame tamers. I'll set them outside where the grills are. Now, this bottom tray, you can remove that to clean. So what we're gonna do is go behind the grill, and if you lift it up, you can slide this guy out. And now, you can see I've got pretty open access. Now I have pretty open access to this grill. So what I wanna do now is I wanna get behind this piece of metal and bend it outward. All right, so what I came up with is there aren't too many places to actually get good leverage. And what I want to do is I want to take this piece right here and I want to bend it out. I only want to go about 3/4 of an inch. I just want to bring it out so it's at least kind of flush with this, so the tabs in my flame tamers stick in these holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go underneath the grill and then push in and see if I can bend that piece of metal out. Okay, so now I'm underneath the grill, and again, this is the piece of metal I want to push against. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a crowbar, and I'm just gonna very gently push on this and try and move it about an inch. I'm gonna have to set the camera down, but I'm just gonna very gently push and watch it with my eye to see if I can move it about an inch. Okay, so that didn't work at all. So I'm gonna use an oscillating tool, and I'm gonna cut a small slit right in the center of that metal piece of the frame, and then I'm going to put something in there for leverage and bend it outward. Using my multi-tool, I've cut a little slit right here. That will allow me to insert a pretty strong screwdriver. All right, now with a larger screwdriver through that hole, and I've got a small piece of hardwood that's going to protect this piece of metal, which is where all my dials are. I don't want this piece of metal to bend. So this piece of wood is going to displace all the pressure I'm putting on this screwdriver, and I'm going to bend this piece of metal inward by pulling back on this screwdriver. So I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to bend it until I see this piece of metal where these slits are, where all those flame tamers go. I want to see this piece of metal move in about a 1/2 inch. All right, so as you can see, this piece of metal is now coming out. I probably went a little too far, but we are going to be doing some grilling, so I want to see how it works. So this piece of metal has now come in about at least a 1/2 inch. let's see how these flame tamers fit. And the worst one was really right here in the middle. So let's install that one. And look at that. That comes down nicely right on top of that back. Let's put them all in and see how that goes. That looks great. We'll get this one in. Nicely sits on top. Put this one in over here. Looks good. And then finally, the last one. This one actually didn't have a problem. And of course that sits nicely. So I can now put this grill back together. Okay, I've got the grill back together. The flame tamers are all in the position they're supposed to be in. I do have a larger flame near the front, but if I look closely, now that those flame tamers aren't laying on the back of that burner, you can see the flame's a lot smaller. So what I'm gonna need to do is take this grill apart and just clean all the holes, and then I will get the flame to be a little bit more uniformly. You can see it's actually starting to correct itself as it's burning now that these flame tamers are up high like they're supposed to be. So it'll take some cleaning. I'll get the burners working the way they're supposed to, and then this grill will be functioning the way it should. You don't have to buy a new grill if the inside gets warped. You might be able to bend it back and just buy yourself some more time. So again, flame tamers were not going to be the solution for me. I actually had a warped Char-Broil grill that just needed to be bent back so that the flame tamers would sit properly. Hope this is helpful. Everybody have a good day. Thanks for watching. Check out the description for more information and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos.